Hello, thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be talking about a really serious topic of abortion. So back in 1994, I got pregnant for the first time. During the pregnancy, I ended up getting extremely sick and was told that I had a gallbladder infection and I had two choices. First choice was to go in for surgery and take the risk of killing my baby at 6 months. More risk of him dying than not surviving. Second choice was going through the whole pregnancy and risking my own life and possibly dying before my baby's born. Luckily, he survived because I chose option 2. I figured I had lived my life. I'm 16 years old. Here's an opportunity for someone new to come into this world. And I had family that would have stepped up and taken care of him. Further down the line, about 6.5 months pregnant, I found out that I had toxemia, also known as preeclampsia, and I was bedridden for the last 2.5 months of my pregnancy. He ended up coming 2 weeks early, thank goodness. So fast forward to 2004, I got pregnant for the second time in my life. At first I didn't know I was pregnant because I didn't have any feelings of being pregnant like I did when I got pregnant the first time. Like I knew the day I got pregnant that I was pregnant, which is really strange, but anyway. So I was at work one day and I was extremely sick. Like any kind of movement was making me like extremely nauseous. Would have to throw up every time I was at work. Every time I would move around or anything, it would cause me extreme nausea. I would have to run off the stage and throw up. And so at some point, one of my managers came up to me and told me that I needed to go get a pregnancy test because he thinks that I was pregnant. And come to find out, sure enough, I was. I went to the doctor and found out that I had an extremely bad pregnancy going on. I had been given options again. Now, this time, it wasn't just me. I had a 10-year-old that I needed to look out for. And so I had to make a decision. And I had two options again. My first option, I had 3 options this time. My first option was to admit myself into the hospital for the next 7+ months, which I could not afford because, you had to pay out of pocket for that. My second option was to hire someone, a care nurse or whatever, to come into my house and take care of me for the next 7 months, and I would have to be bedridden. Like I could not do anything. That was not an option either because I have another child that I needed to take care of. So that just wasn't an option for me. And the third option that I had was to get an abortion because this pregnancy most definitely would have killed me. So I had to make that horrible decision to abort my child. And for all of you people out there that are against abortion, you have no idea what I went through. Let me just say that was one of the worst decisions I've ever had to make in my life, and I still have issues with it to this day because, I never planned on doing that. That's not something that I ever wanted to do. But I was not going to risk my life for a child when I already had one that I needed to take care of. If I would have chosen that, my son would be homeless. I'm sorry, not homeless. He would have been put in probably child care because his dad and his dad's family are drug addicts, and my mom wasn't medically able to take him in. So I chose the abortion because I already had a child that I needed to focus on and take care of and had responsibilities for. And so all of you out there that are talking about how abortion's wrong, and it's killing and this and that and the other. You tell me, what would you have done? Would have you killed yourself to have that new baby and leave your already 10-year-old child behind, wondering why that other child was more important than them? I talked to my son about it, and he agreed with me that it would be the best option to abort the child. So I am pro-choice. There are many reasons out there that people do abortions, just like me. If you have issues health-wise and you already have a family, why risk your life to bring that other child into the world when you could literally lose your life and leave all of your family behind, the other children that you already have? All of you people that don't understand what we go through and what we suffer having to make that decision. We don't make the decision lightly. It was really hard, and I still struggle with it today. I miss that daughter that I wish I would have been able to give birth to, but unfortunately my body would not allow me to do that. So all of you people need to realize that there are real reasons why we do this. Just like those young girls that get raped. They should not have to give birth to a child that is a consequence of some wrong actions. They should not have to be responsible for that child. They should not have to bring anything into this world that comes from rape, sexual assault, any kind of negativity. And all of those women out there that have health issues that can't carry to full term, that's an option that they have, and you guys need to understand that. You don't have a right to tell us what we can and cannot do with our bodies. You don't know what we're going through. Now, I don't think it's okay for these women to use it as a type of birth control. That's disgusting and absolutely wrong. There's other ways to go about it. But for people that use it for medical reasons and for young girls and for rape victims of all ages, yeah, you guys need to back off and let us do what we need to do to be mentally and physically healthy. It's not your choice, it's our choice. We need to protect ourselves and make sure that we're safe and that our families are taken care of. And if I had to go back and make a choice again, I would make the same choice. I would choose my living child over my pregnancy because that is what was important. Period. Like, your kids should be the most important thing in your life. It should not be another child that you are hoping for, you know? Like, I just don't get why people think it's okay. It's not okay to judge people for the decisions that they make because you don't know what they're going through. You have no idea. None whatsoever. So, for all of you out there that have to use, I applaud you for standing up for your rights because we deserve to make that choice. And I'm just thankful that the man that I am with was on my side and understood everything that I was going through. He actually helped me make that decision and made it easier for me to make that decision. So, yes, please back off these women, and you need to make it legal because we suffer and we can die, and there's a lot of things that could happen to us that you guys just don't understand. I didn't know that I wouldn't be able to carry a second child. After my first one, they just told me that I would have to go in and have my gallbladder removed to make sure that the pregnancy was okay. And unfortunately, I just can't carry anymore. So I did the right thing and I got my tubes tied so that I don't have to go through that again. And that's what a lot of these women need to do. So they need to get on birth control instead of using it as a type of birth control so that those things don't continuously happen. Because it's not okay. It really isn't. It really, really sucks that we have to go through all of that negativity, you know? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me how people can judge others for the choices that they make when it doesn't affect them in any way. If it doesn't bother you or affect your life, then what gives you the right to make that decision for somebody else? Now, my family doesn't know that I did it. The only person in my family that knows that I made that choice was my mom. And she was totally understandable about it. She did not believe in abortions, but she totally understood where I was coming from and why I made that choice. and she did not judge me for it. She was really understandable. Now I do have family that would not understand, and that's why they don't know. And it's not their business to know. If there's anybody out there that needs someone to talk to for support, I'm here, and I will always be here to support you, because that's what it's supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be about hate. It's not supposed to be about judgment. We're all here to survive. And if that's what it takes to survive, then we should be doing it for each other. We should not be fighting against each other, and like judging each other. We're here all for the same reason. We're all here to survive and to live this life and to make the right choices. And if that's the choice that we make, then that's our decision to make that choice. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about that topic. And it's just unfortunate that there's a lot of people out there that think they have a right to tell us what to do when they don't. So I'm sending out all the love and care to all of those women that have had to deal with this issue or gone through something like this. All of those young ladies and little girls out there that have had to suffer because of some man's wrongdoings. I am so sorry. I give you all the love in the world. I wish I could hug you. Just know that you are loved and you are cared for, and that's okay. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And I will talk to you later. I'm going to finish doing my makeup if you want to stay and watch. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day. So I'm just doing regular mascara here. I try to just cover up. I don't wear makeup very often. I don't like how long it takes. My partner doesn't care if I wear makeup or not. He says I'm beautiful though. Anyway, and it's so sweet that he says that. Oops. Okay. So that's about what I do for my makeup. Not a big makeup fan. I stopped doing makeup for quite a while just because I did it for so long. Makeup's expensive. Trying to find this brush for my nose. I haven't done my makeup in quite a while. It's crazy because when I was stripping and dancing, I didn't care about my makeup back then. Sometimes I would go without even putting makeup on or doing my hair on stage, and I still made a hell of money. So, like, I'm not. I don't like how wide my nose is getting. It used to be so small, so now I try to thin it out a little bit. Because I don't like how big it is. Much better. Just gotta thin it out a little bit. I'm still learning my makeup techniques since everything's changed since I was a kid. These girls are crazy with their makeup. So that's it for today, everybody. Have a wonderful day.